All right, let's knock this out. Everybody stand near the front of your mat. Take your arms up. I want you to make sure you're pulling in and up through your stomach and your waist. Take one foot across the other and sit yourself down with control. You can use your hands here if you need. We're gonna go all the way to the mat without any crashing. And then we're not lying down. I just want your knees bent and hands on the back of your legs. Tuck your bottom under and really pull your navel down towards the mat. And I want you to roll back to a point where your arms are almost straight and stop. Pull your stomach in even more so your back makes the letter C. Make two fists with your hands. And then I want you to try to wind your hands and imagine there's rubber bands inside of you and you're tightening those rubber bands as we go back to the shoulders. This is slow. We're going to do it 5 times. Reverse the wind and slowly come back up, and you're going to notice there's a spot that's really hard to go slow through. And reverse your winding and tighten the rubber bands and squeeze your legs together as you go back, lengthening your spine and trying to anchor your lower back into the floor first. Almost to your shoulders, reverse the wind and roll back up. So this is tediously slow, but it's going to really set you up for the rest of the workout, which we're going to flow through. Rounding back, winding your bands, tightening up your waistline, getting all those muscles around the front of your abdominals to wake up. And we come up. Whew, 2 more. Reversing your wind and going back. And you're deepening and squeezing and scooping and making your abdominals do the work to bring you up. Sit up nice and tall on this one, elongating your spine, and roll back for the last one. Scooping in your belly. And hold it for a moment. And then deepen it even more. And try to come up slowly and really lengthen. Oh. All right, that was hard. Roll down all the way. We're gonna get ready for the 100. Take your knees in. You have an option today. You could either start with your legs long so that your hips are open, and in that case, you're only gonna lift your legs a little bit off the mat. You really need a strong belly and a strong lower back to make sure that that doesn't arch too much. If it feels like that's gonna be too much for your lower back, I want you to start high and then come down to a position where your back doesn't come off the floor. Alrighty, so we're gonna stretch out, lengthen your arms, scoop in, squeeze your butt, and pump. Big inhale with 5 pumps. Big exhale. 10 in and out. 20 in and out. 30. If you're wondering why we do all this pumping, it's to circulate your blood. Inhale and exhale. We have 5 more, so keep pumping and breathing. And this starts at the beginning of a Pilates workout because you really want to get your circulation fired up to lubricate your joints, to flush everything out. 2 more in and out. 1 more in and out. Hug your knees in. Rest your head down, and then you're going to take your left leg out and your right leg up to the ceiling. Your left leg is straight, and you can flex that bottom foot. If you can remember that, that's great. No big deal if it doesn't stay that way. Right leg is going to reach way up as high as you can to the ceiling, reaching through your toe as well, and we're going to circle it over towards your left shoulder. Keep your hip on the ground, down, around, and up. Left shoulder, down, around, and up. This exercise, I want you to try not to wobble. 1 more, left, around, and then for the last 2 here, we're gonna add on to it. So this time your leg is gonna go all the way to the left and your hip is gonna lift so your spine gets a twist. All the way around and up. Twist your spine, you're doing it with control. And up. Let's reverse the circle. So the plain ones first, your hip is on the ground, down, over to your left shoulder, and up. Down, across your body, and up, down, across, up, down, across, and we'll add that big twist. So down, go way over to the left, letting your hip go with you, reach that leg, and up. 1 more. Pretend that your foot is heavy, like we added a weight to it, and you really have to work to control it. And up. Good. Bend your knee in, give it a hug, switch. Left leg is up. Can you flex your right foot, the one on the floor, and reach your left leg as long as it can get? even reach through your toe. Ready? With the small circles first, with hip on the ground, go to the right shoulder, all the way around and up. To the right, around, up. Keep going. Your belly is pulling in, your hip is anchored, and all the way around. And now we're going to go all the way over to the right with the hip lifting off. Reach that lead foot and around. You get the new meaning of lead foot. And over to the right and around and up. And let's reverse the circle with the hip down, down, across, and up, down. I love these. They're really good for your hip because it connects your weight of your leg to your center. One more, I think. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna add that circle. So it goes down all the way over with your hip lifting off, your lead foot is on, and you go center. One more. Down, across, all the way over, and whew, nice. I got a good back crack. All right, hug your both knees in, grab onto the back of your thighs and glue your heels together and make that strong so your legs don't wobble in and out. Lift your head, bending your spine, you're nice and long, and we're gonna rock up like this and balance. Try not to let your hips wobble around. That takes control. Now you're gonna rock back to your shoulders and come up with no wobbles. 3 more. This might seem like, what are we doing these rolling movements for? But they're really, really important for massaging the bones of your spine and all the little muscle groups around them. And that's one of the really cool things Pilates does, is it wakes up all these small muscle groups. Hold it right here, no wobbles. And I'm gonna make it harder. You can stick with that, or if you wanna try the more difficult version, hug your ankles in and stick your head right between your knees. Pretend your knees are a vise and your head's a block of wood and you have to keep it in there in the vise. Roll that way. Don't let your head out. And go 4 more. And up. So the tighter the ball, the more stretch and the more strength you're giving to all these little small muscle groups, which is a super cool thing and will prevent back pain and keep your spine healthy for life. Last one. Okay, now it gets tough. Take your left hand over to your right knee. So you've got your right hand on your ankle, left hand on your knee. I always think outside hand on the ankle to help me bring this leg in the correct position. Lie down with it, keeping your head up. Just the tip of your shoulders touches the mat, elbows wide. Give this right leg a good deep pull, pull, and switch. Outside hand to your left ankle. Pull, pull, switch. Outside hand, right ankle. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Deep pull. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Last time right and last time left. Pull everything into a tiny ball, and we're going to do the original version first here. This is called double leg pull. We're going to stretch the legs out, and I want your bottom really strong. So you've got firm bottom, firm stomach. Pull the legs back in. If that's too much for your back, you want your legs to go higher. Again, strong bottom, strong belly, pull it in. Those two should match, those groups. Stretch out, squeeze, pull it in. We're going to add on to that. Stretch your legs as you reach your arms, the same level. Try not to let your arms drop further down. Circle your arms first, pull your legs in. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Squeeze the legs, scoop your stomach. Exhale, pull. You're reaching in opposition to pull your body longer, literally. And exhale, pull. Enough. Take your right leg up and grab it with both hands and give that leg a pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Now if your head is getting tired, your neck, it's always okay to put your head down as you're working through this series. Eventually it gets stronger and it will stay up easily as the muscles in your upper abs help support it. But for a while it might need some rests. And last time left. Both legs are up. Here it gets hard. Hold on to your head or tuck your hands under your bottom if your lower back needs support. Squeeze your legs and lower them to halfway and lift them up in 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Murder. Lower them halfway. Oh, lift for 3, 2, 1. One more like that. Halfway down. Lift for 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going down in 3 steps. Lower, lower, lower. Lift up in 1 step. And lower, lower. Oh, lift up in 1 step. Last one. Down, reaching, longer. All the way up, and then right away, twist to your knee with your opposite elbow and pulse twice. Reach, further, other side, reach, more, twist, twist, look behind you, high, shoulders, twist, twist, 2 more, twist, twist, keep going for 1 more, twist, twist, last time, twist. Oh, those are called crisscross. Woo, and they're really good. Sit up tall, and this time we're going to spine stretch forward. This is actually about lengthening your spine and making a curve, a C. Take your arms out, and we're gonna breathe in, flex your feet like crazy, and then exhale to bend forward, but think about pulling your navel back instead of the reaching forward. Your goal is to scoop your stomach. Inhale and come up, and sit even taller, and then do it again. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale up, pull your navel back, and try to flatten your abdominal wall into your spine. I guess flatten's the wrong word, curve. Curve it in, and then sit up tall, point your feet. Scoop in your belly and curl back towards the back of your hips. So you're almost rounding under or rolling back, and then see if you can float your feet up. If you can't float your feet up yet, bend your knees and grab your ankles, and then everyone extend your legs up. Hold it. We're gonna balance there without wobbling. Bend your feet down again. Don't wobble. Try not to go forward and back in your hips. Lift up. Hold it. If you need to, if you must, hold lower. Try to keep your arms straight and hanging on. Look into your belly and rock yourself back and rock yourself up. Do this without throwing your head back. Scoop your stomach from down deep in your waistline. That's what makes you roll. 3 more, roll, roll. 2 more. If you want to make it harder, you can always hold your toes. Last one. It might seem impossible today, but you can look forward to a day that it seems more possible. Legs together, and then lower yourself with your feet in the air. Your head can rest. This is corkscrew. We're going to take the legs, circle them to the right, down, around, and center. Circle them to the left. Try to keep your heels exactly as they are when they're at the ceiling, so that as you're circling, one leg doesn't get any shorter. It means your hips have to twist, and this wrings out our middle, giving us a really tiny waist. That's one of the big goals here. And bend your knees in. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet in there in a V, just about the width of your mat. Open your arms out to the side and grow really tall for one of my favorite exercises, the saw. Twist to the right, and then reach over your little toe. Pull your left hip into the floor, and now I want you to reach further, 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 like you're listening to your knee. Come up in the middle, twist to the left. Arms are straight as you reach to your little toe, and then go further, further. Can you hear your knee? Further. Come back up, twist, and exhale. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale taller. The taller you make your spine, the further you'll be able to reach. Go further without bouncing, further. And we got 1 more. This is such a wonderful exercise, again, for whittling the waist, wringing out all your internal organs, making everything in there nice and fresh and clean. And it feels so good for your back. 2, 3, not really an exercise we do in our daily lives. Bring your legs together. Take your hands over to the right side, and I want you to flip nice and clean onto your stomach, and then long legs behind you. At the same time, pull your stomach in like I need to slide a piece of paper right underneath you here so that you're not pushing out into the floor. I want you to pull in and up and support your lower back. Bring your hands out by your forehead and lift your chest up. And look out towards the horizon. Try to lift your stomach more than you think you can so your lower back gets longer, and come back down. We'll do that again. If you need to, your legs can come apart if that's more comfortable for you. And stay up nice and tall. Look to the left and circle your head around to the right. Look center, reverse, look right, circle around to the left, and look center. We're gonna add on here. You can come down and just repeat the first part, or lose your hands and rock and lift. Rock and lift. So you're lifting your hips, then chest. Hips, then chest. One more. Hips and chest. And come back down nice and long. Give yourself a stretch by sitting back into your feet. And instead of a child's pose like you would do in yoga, I want you to lift your belly away from your thighs and push with the heel of your hands so that we're stretching our lower back and getting our stomach away from the thighs. It's just a different spot. Lie back down for single leg kicks, elbows on the mat. So you're propped up in this one, and I want you to be proud, not hanging down. Lift your stomach, and then squeeze your legs and try to lift your legs and your feet off the floor a little bit. Hold them up like that. Your stomach is up too. Kick twice with one foot and twice with the other. Kick, kick. So you're stretching out your quads, your hip, and your thigh while supporting and lengthening your spine. This is a super key exercise for athletes, especially because if you run or ride bikes or do anything that uses your quads a lot, you're gonna get an imbalance. We want our hamstrings to be as strong as the front of the thigh and the front of the thigh to be nice and flexible. And our daily lives don't really have us opening that up a whole lot. Enough. Come down and turn your ear to the mat and take your hands behind you for double leg kicks. Grab 2 fingers with one hand. Bring them as high as you can comfortably and melt your elbows to the floor. Lift both straight legs straight. Hold them up. Kick them to your butt for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your chest. Other ear. Kick 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. 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 Other ear. Kick 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift. 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 Other ear. 3, 2, 1. I love this exercise because it opens your chest, helps to stretch you out and give you beautiful posture. Something that instantly makes you look taller, thinner, better. Last one. Because you know, our first motivation is generally to look better, and then we start discovering, you can rest, sit back again. We start discovering all these other benefits and how great we feel, and then boom, Pilates is your friend. Okay, so this one we're gonna start out lying down on your back. It's called neck pull, and it's super nasty in a good way. I want your feet apart and flex. They're about hip distance. Pull on them as if there's something to hold them down, like you have a person holding your feet. And you're gonna lift your head, and I want you to try to come up in 3 stages. You're gonna come up a little bit, hold. A little higher if you can, hold. And as high as you can get, lie back down. 3 more of those. Come up, higher, highest. Come back down and lift. Try to bend your spine. It's like we're peeling off the mat, coming out of Velcro. So you know you can't lift Velcro off in one big piece, you have to peel it off. That's what we're doing. Now we're gonna come all the way, hands behind head, come up and get as high as you did before. And now we're gonna come up all the way, but if you need to, grab onto your pants, your legs, whatever you've got, both hands, and roll all the way up and into your legs. Exhale, come up tall. And then press your head into your hands, pulling your neck long, and reach your heels in opposition to make you longer. Up again. Grab your legs if you need to. If your feet fly up, that's normal. Sit up tall. I've been doing it a long time, so I've gotten to the point where I can do it with my legs down, but it certainly takes quite a while. One more. And if you do this in a real Pilates mat, there's always a strap over your feet. Press your head into your hands, and that anchors your legs and gives you the benefit of being able to use that group. All right, bend your knees. Frustration over. Reach for your heels, and they should be kind of close to your fingers. Lift your bottom up. Make yourself into a bridge, and then reach your butt towards your knees. So the tailbone is reaching for knees. Hold that position. Let's lift your left leg up to the sky. Now you're just gonna hold it way up there as you lower your hips. Lift 1, lower, lift. Keep reaching up high to the sky. This little part of this exercise is a little addition to the traditional Pilates move here, and I'm doing it in order to help you feel how your hips need to stay even and lifted. If you feel one hip dropping way down to the mat, you need to even that out. Last time, hold it up there, try to keep it the same. Lower your leg and swing it up 3 times. swing it up, swing it up. Reach it all the way to the floor, tuck it under. Take the other leg up to the ceiling. Lower, lift. 2, hips are even, lift. 3, lift. 4, higher. Try to make that left leg work as hard as the right. And 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. Hold it up there, lower your legs, swing it up 1, lower, 2, lower, 3, all the way long to the floor, tuck it under with grace, and then lower those nice even hips going through your chest, middle, lower, and bottom. Sit up tall. Flex your feet and cross your arms like a genie. Sit as tall as you can, and I want you to walk to the back of your mat without hunching over. Do your best. If your legs are tight, this will be hard, so you might have to bend them a little. And walk to the front. When I first started Pilates, my hamstrings were really tight, and they gradually opened up, but it was certainly a process. All right, hold your legs together and flex your feet like bananas and open your arms. Grow even taller. We're gonna double twist to the right. Exhale, exhale, center. Exhale, exhale, center. Don't bounce. Go further and further. Last time. Further, further, and lift. All right, turn onto your right side and lie down so that your arm is straight at the back edge of the mat, and you can prop your head up with that hand. Angle your feet off the front edge so your butt to your elbow is lined up in the back. Take your top leg and we're gonna swing it forward 8 times. It goes kick, kick, all the way back. Kick, kick. So now I feel like there's a myth about this exercise going on in Pilates that everyone thinks I'm sculpting my legs. And sure you are, but really what this is for is to help lubricate the joint and give you really great movement in this leg, connecting it to your center. It's also, for the aesthetics in us, giving you long, lean muscles and stretching out the bulky stuff. Come back together. All right, so you're gonna kick up and flex down. So rather than sculpting, you're sculpting long, lean muscles instead of like just making firm, bulky. It's one of the reasons Pilates helps your body work so well. You're swinging up and down 3 more times. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and rest. Hold your legs together, point your feet, and try to lift your both legs up in front of you and lower. Lift 2 and lower. Lift 3. Lift 4, still tall. Lift 5. Your legs are reaching, but your upper body is reaching equally. 7 and 8. Hold the legs up. Bottom leg goes down, up. 1, 2, 3. Use your inner thighs. 5, 6, 7. Done. Turn onto your stomach and make a pillow for your head. Lift your legs out of the water. Stomach in. Clap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time a little bigger. They open width, mat width. Together. 2, together. 3, together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're gonna flip sides. You're on your left side. Your hand is at the back of your mat, your feet at the front of your mat, butt at the back of the mat. And then your opposite hand is in front of your hips to keep them from wobbling all over. Lift your leg, swing it forward, stretch it out, and forward, kick, kick, and way back there. Front, front, farther back, front, front, longer to the back, kick, kick, 4, kick, kick, 5, kick, kick, 6. So this is why when you see dancers and they have these gorgeous bodies, their muscles are really stretched out long and strong at the same time. This is what we want. Turn out your leg a little, swing it up, and lengthen down. Nice big pop. 2. If your hips crack a lot, it's totally fine if they are not painful. And up and reach, up and reach. So you're reaching that leg out of a strong center. And up and reach. Last time, go up. Both legs lift. Up, lower, up. You can feel your sides working it out. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it up. Lower the leg, lift it up. 1, 2. If you're a parent, these probably feel easier on one side than the other because you're probably lifting your child onto one hip. Oh, up and down. All right. Turn back onto your back. Teaser time. The teaser is fun. So you're gonna hug your ankles in, put your arms on the mat, scoop your stomach, and then picture what a 45-degree angle is. It's not straight up at the ceiling, it's halfway. So scoop your stomach and stretch your legs in opposition, right at a 45-degree angle. Reach your arms behind you. Lift your arms, lift your head, and you have to roll up to your toes without sitting up all the way onto your hips. So you're rounded a little bit in your lower back. Roll all the way down, squeeze your legs together. Roll all the way up. Try to keep your legs straight. If you must, you can bend your knees a little bit and roll it down and roll it back up. That just means your hamstrings are tight or your lower back is tight or your stomach's not already strong enough. Hug your legs in for a quick rest. Number 2, stretch your legs out, reach your arms behind, lift and roll up. And now your body is gonna stay still. Lower your legs a little bit, lift your legs back up. Keep your bottom underneath you, that's 2, and reach your legs out of your hips. All right, now everything's gonna come down, so stretch your legs and your arms equally. Your head and your feet touch at the same time. Imagine you're a long balloon and somebody dropped you on the ground, you're inflated, and then accidentally someone steps on your middle and that's gonna bring you all the way up to your teaser. Now lift your arms. Can you stretch your balloon in 2 directions as you lie down? Evenly. Come all the way up. Lift your arms. Stretch out even longer from your center. Head and then feet. Last one, all the way up. Lift. Stretch out even longer, 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 and wonderful job. Switch onto your belly. Swimming, you're gonna lift yourself out of the water so that you could be lifted here, not drowning, and then take your arms out and swim. If it's tight in your shoulders, go into a V with your arms. Breathe in. Big legs, breathe out. Rest. Sit back into your feet. And we're gonna come into a kneeling position here. And your back nice and flat and strong. Right leg behind you. Keep reaching that right leg. I want you to lift it up. So it's first gonna go up, 2, 3, 4, higher, 5, stomach in, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold that leg there. Now look out in front of you and bend like your chin's gonna touch out something out on the mat, and then straighten your arms. Bend your elbows right into your sides, straighten. 3, straighten, 4, stretch, and 5. All right, switch legs. Now your left leg goes back. This is the beginning of an exercise. We're gonna pulse it for 10, 9, 8. You'll see where I'm going with this in just a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your arms, press up 1. Bend, press 2. Bend, 3. Bend, 4. Bend, and 5. All right, so now comes the hard part. If you need to go back to the knees, that's just fine. From here, we're gonna come into a full plank. And from the full plank, you're gonna hold your right leg up, and that one's gonna pulse 5 times. Oh, good. Here we go. Lift, straight leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 push-ups. Press away 1, press away 2. Switch feet, hold yourself straight. Lift. 2. You can always do it on your knees. 4, 5. 2 push-ups. Press 1, press 2. And then sit back. And right away, lie on your belly. We have 2 more exercises. Bend your knees and try to lift your knees away from the floor. So already you're stretching the front of your hips. Reach back and grab your ankles, and then just do your best to lift your knees higher and press your feet away. I don't want your upper body to do the work. I want your legs and your feet to help lift you up. If you can rock here. Try not to fling your head around. It's called rocking. And then rest. Give your legs a stretch and sit back to your feet. If you can't get your feet at all yet, just try one at a time in that exercise. It'll get better quick. Turn over, and sitting up, we're gonna bring our feet together like a book, close to you, and open your hands like a book. Slide it underneath your feet, holding on to the sole of your foot. This is called the seal, and you're gonna end up clapping your feet, but first we're gonna roll. Hug your legs into your arms and press your arms into your legs. So this connection is strong and not floppy. Round your back and look into yourself, and then rock back using your stomach. Rock back up. Do it again. Rolling back, rolling up. Last one. Rolling back and rolling up. Now, if that position is impossible for you, you can still hold here like we did earlier. All right, I'm gonna add claps for the last 3. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back, hold yourself. Clap, clap, clap. Roll up. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. And on this last one, we're gonna stand up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Clap, clap, clap. Big roll. Cross your feet and stand yourself up with control. Whew, that's your Pilates workout for today. Thanks for joining me.